today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
Bradley Pinion to kick
It's
off
week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
Closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Out of the gun, Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
For the point after.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this.
Herbert has it knocked free. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's got this down to the 35. So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 9 catches, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, LaShawn McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
For the point after.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Chargers.
Here's Herbert. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 40.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Open man is Ross, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
again, Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Buccaneers have it.
Tom Brady sacked. A fumble on the play.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing up.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And that play was run exactly as it was drawn up. He followed his blockers all the way into the end zone. Good vision by the runner behind terrific blocking.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And that will come the offense as they take over. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. That one 28 yards on the ground. So 1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going up. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
A gain of a yard.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. This is taken at the 23. So we've come to halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Chargers, nothing.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded in the end zone. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Fights off another.
I think the second time.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger body wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes them so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here, got into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Third down.
Third and long, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded just inside the 20. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Returning it, John Ross. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Los Angeles.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 47-yard.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense.
And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just know the special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
A big run there by Jones. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. LaShawn McCoy second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, and now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Herbert toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
And Herbert throwing again, and that will be incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly.
Herbert has it knocked free.
Tom Brady sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Jones. Still on his feet. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
6-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. Herbert on 1st down now. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team.
And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. One last throw here for Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.